Hey everyone, welcome back to Genai Sports News. I'm Genai, and we are kicking things off today with a massive story out of the NFL, and I mean massive. Both Sky Sports and ESPN are reporting that Detroit Lions running back Jahmyr Gibbs has agreed to a blockbuster contract extension that makes him the highest-paid running back in the entire history of the NFL. Let that sink in for a second. The three-year deal is worth $67.5 million guaranteed, and with incentives, that number could climb all the way to $75.7 million. ESPN confirms that the deal includes $51.5 million in guaranteed money, with his agent Todd France making the announcement directly on social media. And here's the wild part. This comes just days after Bijan Robinson of the Atlanta Falcons had set a similar record for running backs. The Lions clearly weren't going to let their guy feel underpaid. Gibbs has been one of the most explosive backs in the league, and Detroit is betting big that he stays that way. This is a huge signal that the Lions are all in on building a championship roster around their offensive weapons. Incredible stuff to start us off. All right, let's switch gears and head to the tennis court, because Britain's Cameron Norrie just delivered one of the most dramatic victories you'll see all season. According to BBC Sport, Norrie was staring down a match point at the Canadian Open in Montreal, 1 point away from being sent home, before staging an absolutely superb fightback to defeat world number 7 Alex de Minaur. Facing one of the best players on the tour, Norrie dug deep, found another level, and came through to claim a win that will do wonders for his confidence and his ranking. BBC Sport has all the details on what was a truly gripping encounter. This is exactly the kind of mental toughness that separates good players from great ones, and Norrie showed he has it in abundance. The Canadian Open continues to throw up some brilliant storylines, and this one is right up there. Great day to be a British tennis fan. Now over to the Premier League, and there's a really fascinating story developing at Anfield. Sky Sports is reporting that Liverpool are placing enormous faith in their summer signing Jeremy Jacquet, a 22-year-old French central defender they brought in for £60 million. According to Sky Sports, the club views him as a genuine top-level talent, described by those in the know as the real deal. Now, Jacquet has had a frustrating start to life at Liverpool because an injury disrupted his entire preseason, so fans haven't had the chance to see what he can do just yet. But the reporting suggests the club is not concerned. They believe the wait will absolutely be worth it. For £60 million, Liverpool clearly did their homework on this one. And given the club's recent track record in the transfer market, it's hard to argue with their judgment. Keep your eye on Jacquet this season. He could very well be one of the names on everyone's lips come springtime. From one Premier League club to another, and BBC Sport is raising some serious questions about what is happening at Chelsea right now. With just 25 days left until the transfer window slams shut, the Blues are apparently trying to offload players from a staggering 41-man senior squad. 41 players. That is an extraordinary number for a football club to be managing, and it's creating real headaches for the coaching staff and the board alike. BBC Sport breaks down the situation in detail, looking at which players could potentially be on their way out the door before the deadline. This is a real test of Chelsea's ability to operate in the transfer market. They've been big spenders for years, but now they need to show they can also move players on efficiently. With financial fair play rules always looming in the background, getting that squad size down is not just a football decision. It's a financial one too. It's going to be a very busy few weeks at Stamford Bridge. Okay, folks, this next story might be the wildest thing that happened in sports last night, and that's saying something given the day we've had. ESPN is reporting that the Las Vegas Aces pulled off an absolutely stunning victory over the Indiana Fever thanks to not one, but two buzzer-beating three-pointers from Chelsea Gray. 2. The first one, right at the end of regulation, leveled the game and forced overtime after Caitlin Clark had some uncharacteristic mistakes down the stretch. Then, in overtime, Gray stepped up again and nailed another three at the buzzer to seal the win for the Aces. The arena went absolutely wild. ESPN also notes that the drama didn't stop on the court. Two fans were escorted from their courtside seats during the third quarter of the same game. It's a sign of just how intense the atmosphere around WNBA games has become, especially anything involving Caitlin Clark. The Aces showed incredible composure to take advantage, and Chelsea Gray reminded everyone that she is one of the most clutch players in the entire league. What a night. The NFL preseason is officially underway, and it kicked off with a fantastic story out of the Hall of Fame game. Sky Sports reports that undrafted rookie quarterback Haynes stole the show for the Carolina Panthers, capping off a thrilling 33-30 comeback victory over the Arizona Cardinals. And he did it in the most dramatic fashion possible, running the ball in himself on the very final play of the game. For context, Haynes went undrafted, meaning no NFL team selected him in the draft. So to put in a performance like that on the biggest preseason stage is extraordinary. On the other side of the ball, ESPN highlights that Arizona Cardinals rookie signal caller Carson Beck had an efficient debut, completing 15 of 19 passes for 188 yards and a touchdown. But ultimately, it was King and the Panthers who had the last laugh. Preseason football doesn't always give us the most meaningful results, but story-wise, this one delivered big time. Keep your eyes on Haynes King. That name might just stick around. And before we wrap things up, we have to tip our hats to the Boston Red Sox, who are absolutely on fire right now. ESPN is reporting that Boston extended their winning streak to 8 games with one of the most dramatic victories of their season, a 12-11 thriller against the Chicago White Sox that went all the way to the 13th inning. It was Caleb Durbin who had the walk-off hit, a single to center field that scored Nick Sogard and sent Red Sox fans into absolute delirium. According to ESPN, it was a game filled with repeated rallies, with Boston refusing to stay down no matter what the White Sox threw at them. 8 straight wins is serious momentum, especially this deep into the season, and the Red Sox are making a real statement. It's the kind of hot streak that can define a season, and right now, nobody wants to face Boston. Great stuff. And that is a wrap on today's edition of Genai Sports News. What a packed day of sport it has been, from Jahmyr Gibbs rewriting NFL history, to Cameron Norrie's heart-stopping comeback, Chelsea Gray draining back-to-back buzzer beaters, and so much more. If you enjoyed today's show, do us a favor, smash that like button, drop a comment telling us which story got you the most hyped, and hit subscribe so you never miss a video. We are here every single day covering the biggest stories from around the world of sport. I'm Genai. Stay safe, stay passionate, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.